After being diagnosed pregnancy at the military base hospital, Ahara Robinson heard the heartbeat of the baby inside me. Coincidentally, my brother Cooper Robinson came to visit me. I was about to share the good news of my pregnancy with him, but the baby inside me cried and stopped me. The baby inside me said, "Mom, please don't tell Uncle Cooper. His wife is also pregnant. Uncle Cooper is afraid that after you have me, you won't help their family anymore, so he will force you to abort me." So I contacted the security department and asked them not to let Cooper in. But the next day, I heard the news that Cooper was brutally tortured and killed by his enemies and his body was thrown into the river. It was then I realized he wasn't here to visit but to seek help after provoking his enemy. Cooper's wife, Alla Robinson, cried bitterly and accused me of causing Cooper's death when I was in so much pain that I didn't want to live anymore. My husband, Henry Ross, supported and encouraged me to pull myself together, but the baby inside me reminded me again. The baby inside me said, "Death of kissing Aunt Bella. He's being nice to you only because he feels guilty about cheating on you." By the time I realized it, I had already rushed into the military base to find them, but an important combat meeting was being held at the military base and Henry was demoted because of it. He was very disappointed and wanted to file for divorce with me. The baby inside me said, "If you take a tough stand, Dad will definitely resist. Mom, as long as you agree to the divorce, Dad will beg to remarry you within 3 days because he's just that kind of man who loves his wife." I signed the divorce agreement and waited for 3 months only to see him publicly remarry a woman who resembled me by 70%. I rushed to the wedding venue but was dragged into an alley by drunk thugs and gang raped to death. My child, however, was clapping happily. I couldn't understand why my child wanted to harm me even until my death. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day I found out I was pregnant. The doctor said, "Sarah, congratulations. After trying for so long, you're finally pregnant this time. Just in time. Cooper is here to see you. You can share this good news with him." Hearing the doctor's word, I realized I had truly been reborn. My hand trembled as it touched my lower abdomen and the familiar inner voice came through again. The child in my belly said, "Mom, please don't meet Uncle Cooper. His wife is also pregnant. Uncle Cooper is afraid that after having me, you won't help their family and will definitely force you to abort me. I don't want to leave you." I pretended not to hear and quickly shouted to the doctor, "Let Cooper in right away." In my previous life, it was because I believed my child's inner voice that I didn't let Cooper see me. As a result, he, targeted by thugs, didn't seek help from my husband Henry in time. In the end, his body was brutally mutilated. Bella held Cooper's body, crying in deep sorrow, accusing me of being the murderer. I was in so much pain that I didn't want to live anymore. It was Henry who brought Bella to our home to settle her. Afterward, he patiently stayed by my side, but just as I recovered from the guilt, I heard the voice of the child in my belly again. The child in my belly said, "Mom, actually, Dad is only being nice to you because he feels guilty about cheating and wants to make up for it. If you go to the military base now, you'll see Dad kissing Aunt Bella." My mind went blank, and by the time I realized it, I had already rushed into the military base to find them, but an important combat meeting was taking place inside. My sudden intrusion caused Henry to be demoted. He disappointedly dragged me to the courthouse to file for divorce. I didn't know what to do and felt very flustered. My child's words became my support at this moment. The child in my belly said, "If you're too firm, Dad will definitely resist. Threatening not to divorce will only completely sever your relationship with him. Get her to let go and calm down. Mom, as long as you agree to the divorce, Dad will beg to remarry you within 3 days. He's just that kind of man who loves his wife." I believed my child's word. Then I signed the divorce agreement. But after 3 months, Henry still didn't come to me. When I went back to him, I saw him proudly showing off a marriage certificate with a woman who resembled me by 70% while accusing me of heartlessly abandoning my husband and child. I wanted to confront Henry for an explanation, but a group of thugs dragged me into an alley and gang raped me to death. Now, living again, I will never repeat the mistakes of the past.